Okay, welcome back. It is mid-February. It is a Friday. It's Valentine's Day. And here is a little update with the machine shop. So I got the trench dug and the plumber came in and did all the underground plumbing for the new bathroom location, which is over there. Called the inspector, it passed inspection, so now I'm bedding it in with a little bit of dirt, and then I'm about to go to a quarry and get a trailer load of gravel to bury everything and fill the trench back in, bring it back up to the slab level, which will be great because then I can pour concrete on top of it. I'm still trying to figure out how to pour concrete over the entire building. I think it's in the budget, but I'm gonna have to sacrifice a few other things in order to be able to afford that, but I think really that's gonna be worth it in the long run. So because of that, I can fill the gravel all the way up to the level of the current slab. That way I can drive things in and out of the building, and there's not a huge ditch right here. I need to pressure wash the ceiling, so being able to get the scissor lift around in the building and not being limited by this big, crevice in the floor is going to be a big help. Existing sewer goes out that way, and then the pipe runs up this way, takes a 45 left, takes a 45 right, and then the big one's for the toilet, the small one's for the shower. And these two are for sinks, one inside the bathroom, one on the outside wall of the bathroom, which will be my utility cleanup sink for when I come in from working in the shop. All that's good. Got a new water line run from the meter, which will come up through the wall behind the shower and then supply water to the rest of the bathroom, and then probably a hose bib or something on the outside wall in the shop area so that I have water in the shop. So yeah, passed our first building inspection. Milestone. The electrician was by this morning to finish up the panel install. Show you guys that now. We got a 225 amp panel and we got a 125 amp panel. These were salvaged from a commercial location in Maryland when I was working with Black Dog. So got them for a pretty good deal, and they are 220 3-phase, which is perfect. That's what I have on the building. They're all hooked up. He came by this morning and put this slick grounding bar in, hammered a ground bar into the ground. And he put in a test GFCI socket. So all we need now is the inspector to come by and approve it, and then we can get AEP to turn the power back onto the building, and then we officially have water, power, and sewer. Starting to get the basics figured out, guys. It's pretty exciting. I'm about to go to a local quarry with a dump trailer, pick up a trailer load of gravel, and hopefully, if I don't fill the whole trench in with that load, hopefully I can at least fill this section in so that I can drive in and out and be able to access things and get a lift over here because I got to work on that part of the ceiling. It's exciting. Here we go. All right, here we go. Back from the quarry. Riding a little low. Got 2 tons of 57s. So we're going to back it in here and get it pretty close to the trench, and then this thing dumps, so I'll be able to dump it back just enough to where I can slide it out into the trench. And kind of wish I had a skid steer for this, but I got a shovel, so have shovel will spread gravel. That is tricky. Done this with this trailer before, but not with 2 tons of gravel in the back. So Jerry, my neighbor, came out to help me back it in. But I'm in a great spot. I should be able to dump it right over the hole and just spread it from there. Let's do that. Who was betting at home how far 2 tons of 57 gravel would go? You guessed 8 feet of the trench. You were right. I knew, based on my truck and trailer limitations, that I could only take 2.5 tons because my truck can haul 9,000. The trailer can hold, 12,000 total, but 8,000 when you subtract the weight of the trailer. Roughly leaves me 4,000 or 5,000 pounds. I think 3,750. So I could only really take 2 tons, and I think in total I need 10 tons if I did all my volumetric calculations for the trench correctly. But it's not the end of the world, because now I can at least get things in and out of the building because I filled in this part of the trench here. So that's a good enough milestone for me, because now I can get equipment in and out of the building to work on the ceiling. So we're gonna put a pin in the gravel trench filling situation and move on to the next phase, which is the ceiling. So I've been thinking about insulating the ceiling. It's a bladder roof. So the right way to insulate is to put a layer of insulation in between the roof structure and the rubber bladder. But when they did the roof on this place, they did not put the insulation in between the bladder and the roof. That doesn't mean it's not insulated, it's just not very well insulated. You know, it's got a few layers of rubber up there that does something, but it doesn't do what real insulation would do. So that's why I was thinking to put insulation on the inside and the ceiling, but then you lose the cool architectural value of the ceiling. The wooden structure is really cool looking, and I'd like to retain that because it's part of the character of the building. So we're just gonna go with it. We're not gonna insulate. We're gonna rely on whatever's already there. Whether or not I put an HVAC unit in the building to heat the rest of the building outside of the office, time will tell. I can always do that later. So because I'm not covering the ceiling, now I want to clean it. So I have a pressure washer. A friend of mine who's a developer did it in a building in Vinton, which is county over, where he pressure washed the roof, the ceiling structure of the building, and it looked great. Got rid of all the dirt and, you know, grime, and really livened the wood up. So I'm gonna try the same thing here. The problem is it's pretty miserable. I'm gonna be on this scissor lift, and I have my pressure washer, and I have my tank of water, which now has about 125 gallons in it. It's about halfway used. I'm gonna try it out in the corner of the shop here. You can kind of see the ceiling structure, what I'm working with, and we'll see what comes off. I'm gonna put a rain suit on, head to toe, face mask, the whole deal, just so that I don't get soaked, because again, it's mid-February, and if I get soaked in water, I'm gonna be freezing. So we're gonna give that a shot and see how it works out.
Makes the contrast reappear, it caught me off guard, the second time around.
Well, that was probably the most awful thing I've ever done in my life.
Come again?
What a terrible job. Layered up, spraying right over my head, God knows what falling on me. I'm fairly well protected, and luckily the water is keeping the dust down, so I'm not, you know, in danger of breathing a whole lot. But man, I mean, you can barely see, I guess you can see the difference. I mean, that's clean, that's not so clean. I wasn't really running a timer, but I only did 4 spaces and joists right there. I went through about 75 gallons of water doing that, and it probably took an hour. So with that kind of math, it's gonna take me quite a while to do this building. Wow. I mean, that dirt is really, really in there.